Hello, my ninjas. How are you? How is life treating you back there at home? Huh? Are you safe? Did you wash your hands? Remember, I told you to always remember to wash your hands regularly before you eat food. If after touching anything from the toilet, make sure you wash your hands before doing anything, and wash the hands regularly, because if you wash your hands, you kill germs and you kill the coronavirus off your hands. Okay? Good. This is Teacher Innocent here, and I'm back with another episode of the music class lesson. And in this episode, we are going to look at transcribing of music. Transcribing of music. Can we read this together? Transcribing of music. Can we read it again? Transcribing of music. You might be wondering and asking yourself, what is transcribing of music? What does it mean? Okay? Now, on my chart here, I've written for you to define this term here, and you're going to learn what transcription of music or what transcribing of music means. And in music, the word transcribing is used in different spheres of life, okay? But in music, what it means is different. You might find it in another biological term or a chemistry term or English term, but it has got different meanings. So, transcribing, because we are dealing in music, we are talking of transcribing of music, and we are going to see what the word transcribing means in music. Transcribing means to write. It means to write, and the word write is underlined. Music that you hear. It means to write music that you hear, and change the music from staff to solfa or solfa to staff notation. We read this together again. Transcribing means to write. The word write is underlined, meaning it is very important. Music that you hear. I will also underline the word hear. This word hear. Music that you hear. And change that music that you've heard from staff to solfa or solfa to staff notation. You remember we talked of staff notation at school and solfa notation. We know the difference between staff and solfa. We said in staff, we write music on the music stave using rhythm signs. Are we together? And keys. And yet in solfa, we write music using musical sounds. Using musical sounds. So there are some words I want us to note here. You write what you hear. So transcribing means you write what you hear. Meaning you have to hear or listen first, then write. After writing, you are tasked to change the music you've written. If you have written it in staff, you're tasked to change it to solfa. Or if you have written it in solfa, you're tasked to change it into staff notation. Note, you must be a good listener. You must be a good listener. If you want to learn how to transcribe music, you must be a good listener. 2, you should pay attention to each detail. To each detail. Here, I want you to pay attention and read this again. You should pay attention. The word attention, I'm going to underline the word attention. Pay attention to each detail you hear. And the word hearing is going to also be underlined, highlighted in this case. Secondly, take note of the keys or the sounds. You should know which key or which sound has been sung, the beats, You should know the number of beats that have been sung and the time signature. And the time signature here. Remember we said time signature. These are the 2 digits that appear at the beginning of a musical piece. There are 3 types. We have 2, 4. We have 4, 4. And we also have 3, 4. Are we together? So, remember the aspects of music? Can you tell me the aspects of music if you can remember them? Aspect number 1, listening aspect. Very good. And we said a good musician should be a good listener. And aspect number 2, yes, you do only what you have been told to do. So, if you've had a song, sung in Luganda, you're supposed to sing it in Luganda. You have to listen. Use your ears to listen to the lyrics, to the words, to the sounds that have been used in that particular musical piece. I want you to note, you must be a good listener, because this one helps to transcribe. You're going to need gadgets. You're going to need sound machines. You're going to need radios. You might be given a person to sing for you, and you required to write what that person has sung. Remember last time in our first episode we learned how to write and read music. So you're going to use those skills we learned of writing and reading music to transcribe music. So I want us to note again the definition, the meaning. Transcribing means to write music that you hear and change the music from staff to solfa or solfa to staff notation. And we have said you must be a good listener and you should pay attention to each detail you hear or listen to. And then lastly, you take note of keys and sounds, beats and type signature. Are we together? So, if after knowing and understanding what the word transcription means, I'm going to have an exercise, and the exercise is going to be to transcribe a musical piece. Here with me, I have my audio machine. This is an MP3 player, and it has got some musical piece on it. I'm going to play it and then listen to it, and then I write the music that I'm going to hear this sound machine playing. What do I need? Or what do you need? You will need your pencil. Remember I told you we don't write music with pens. We use pencils. And then you will need your book. You will need your book. And in this book, this is going to be my book. And before I begin playing, I have to prepare these documents I need, and we call them props. You remember? I have to prepare my props and make sure they are ready. You must have your rubber around just in case you make a mistake. The rubber and a sharpener. Are we together? So these should be availed for your use. And I'm going to play the music. Do, mi, so, mi, do, mi, fa, re, do, ti, do. Good. I've heard that the first time. Did I understand anything? No. But I heard someone singing. And I heard this person singing musical sounds. Listening to the piece once will not help. You have to listen to it the second time. So I'm going to play it the second time. But this time, I'm going to have my pencil, my book ready, so that I write whatever I hear. Do, mi, so, mi, do, mi, fa, re, do, ti, do. Good. So the second time, I've had and I have written whatever I have had. Do, mi, so, da, so, mi, do, mi, fa, re, re, do, ti, do. Now I'm going to play it the third time to make sure I have not made a mistake. If I have made a mistake, I correct it. Do, mi, so, do, so, mi, do, mi, fa, re, re, do, ti, do. Good. So the third time, I've used it to know whether I've written the correct sounds that I have had. To clarify that what I have had is what I have written down. But remember, this is not music. These are just sounds. Now, what makes this to be a complete musical piece? I have to listen again to the music piece and see how many beats are on each sound. So, I will choose to use my clap as a beat. One, remember? And I will take a one beat for each session. Ta, 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 ta. So, as this person sings, I will be clapping to see how many times a sound is sounded. Do, mi, so, do, so, mi, do, mi, fa, re, re, do, ti, do. Good. So I have seen that each time they have been singing has been following my tempo and my beat. So which means that all these sounds have been taken once. So I'll count 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Because each note has been sung once. And if it has been sung once, then I'll go to see, depending on the nature of things I want to write. So if I check and find out that it is 1 beat per note, then what sign is equal to 1 beat? That is a crochet. I will use a crochet, because it is 1 beat. Draw a crochet, crochet, a crochet, a crochet, a crochet, a crochet, a crochet. This is also a crochet. This is also a crochet, because it is 1 beat, and the rhythm sign in the staff notation, which is equivalent to 1 beat, is a crochet. No sound has been written twice. No sound has been sung twice. So after seeing this, I then count how many beats sounds I have written. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So if there are 15, then I will divide the 15 by should I say by 4? So can we divide 15 divided by 4? That will be let me see. Do we have any time signature that has got 5? No. It is either 2 2 or 3 2 or 4 2. 1 2 3 4. 1 2 3 4. 1 2 3 4. 1 2 3. So which means after the last do there is a beat missing, and that beat will be a silent. It will be a silent, and I will draw the silent beat to make them equal to 16, because you cannot divide 15 by 4. It's impossible. So if these are 16 beats, I divide 16 by 4, and that will be equal to 4. So when you divide 16 by 4, that means I will have 4 bars. I'll have 4 bars, and each digit will be into 4 notes or beats. So I will draw my bars. 1 2 3 4, and have 4 beats in each bar. Okay? So if I have 4 beats in each bar, then that means I have known how many beats are going to be written where. So what will be next? You have to consult. You will have to consult your books and look for the music, the rhythm types, because we are now going to write the music that we have had. So I'm going to change my pin. I'm going to ask my cameraman to just pause as I write. I change to another session. Cameraman, please. Good. So like I had told you, that after hearing and after noting down the sounds of music, then the next step will be to write the music. So we are going to first write the music that we've had in staff notation. So you'll get your book and then draw the music stave. When you draw the music stave, like the way I have drawn mine, remember the music stave has got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lines and 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces in between. So I'm going to use the treble clef, or what we call the F clef. So, and I will have to note the music in key C. Remember, we have to remember this first line here that is not complete. It is called what we call key C major. So after writing, I come and consult. I divided the 16 digits over 4, and then I got 4 notes into 4 bars. So I'll have to remind myself that the time signature is 4, 4. And then I divide my music stave into 4 bars. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. So after dividing, that means I'm going to be writing. So this is do, mi, so, mi, do, mi, fa, re, do, ti, do. That is what I had. I come here and note to remind myself, this is do, re, mi, fa, so, la, ti, do. The higher do. Now, if I have that, so I come back, T in the space, so the next line down is going to be, and this T is going to be La. So the next line will be drawing the bass clef. So I don't want to draw the bass clef. I want to only use the F clef. So after writing key C, and I have already written, remember each line is a different sound. In staff, you don't have to do this, but because you are using a pencil, you write and you will rub them off, just for you not to make a mistake. So I'll look for my do. I'll look for the first note, which is a do. Do, mi. So I'll put my first note. It was a crochet. I put it here. And then the next note was a mi. I will put mi on me. Remember, I follow this the note. So this is fa, do, re, mi, fa, so. So is here. Do, mi, so. That is what I had. Remember, so. Do, mi, so, do. This is a higher do, which is this one. So I'll do, mi, so, do. I'll come here and write that one also there. Do. So those are 4 beats. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 beats in 1 bar. I'll come to the next 4. The next 4. Do, mi, so, do. So, mi, do, mi. So I'll come here and write do, so. Do, so, mi. Do, mi, mi. Because there are 2 mi's, it is not 1 mi sustained. There are 2 mi's here. So you see, Do, mi, mi is not one mi sustained, it is one beat. Each mi has got a different beat and it is independent. So do, mi, mi. So the next one will be fa, re, do. Good. So I'll come do, mi, mi, fa, fa, mi, re. Re is in the middle here. There are also two re. So do, mi, so, mi, do. Do, mi, so, mi, do, mi, fa, re, do. Fa, re, do. The do is on the line, this line here. So this do is on the line. The third bar also has 4 beats. So then I come and write the last, the other figures. So fa, re, do, ti, do, ti, do. Okay, so do, mi, so, mi, do, mi, fa, re, do, ti, do, ti, do. So this is do, ti is on the line, the below our kisi, ti, do, and a rest. Remember the rest? The rest is going to be ti, do, and then I'll put 2 rests because this last one has only 2 beats. That means I'll use 2 rests. These signs mean you don't sing anything there. You don't sing anything there. So that is how I have written it in staff notation. And that is step 1. I play again to read it with the audio. Do, mi, so, mi, do, mi, fa, re, do, ti, do. Good. And that is the end. So, as I was reading, I discovered I'd made a mistake. And the mistake was here. This one, I did not put the stick, so it was not seen. You see? The reason why you have to come and check again. Good. So that has been step 1. Remember they told us when we're defining that it means to write music that you hear. I heard and I have written. And then change music from staff to solfa or solfa to staff. So I wrote the music first in solfa, but I chose to write it here in staff. Then that means I have to change this from staff to solfa notation. And you know what that will need? That will need me to use the solfa rhythm patterns. And in this case, I'm going to show you the different solfa rhythm notation signs. They are not so many. You have them in your books. We went through them, but before I write, I want us to first remember. If you see in a bar and there is that space, that line, that means you're going to read or sustain a given sound once. It has 1 beat. If you find a division, these 2 lines or notes or sounds of music written here and here, and there's a dot, and they fit in 1 beat, that is a half beat. This is divided into 2. So when you see this, this means this is a quarter beat. And this here is a silent beat or a rest. Are we together? Or a rest. So we are going to use these rhythm signs and we use the sounds of music. We use the sounds of music there. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Can you sing them for me? Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Huh? Good. So then I come here. The same rules. Remember it is 4/4. So I have 4 music or bars. I will then draw my 4 music bars. I'll first draw bar number 1. Divide it here, 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 and the last one will be put there. And then I'll have to divide it. Remember, they told me there are 2 beats in each bar. So I'll divide. There are 4 beats in each bar. I'll divide, and this is 1 beat plus 1 plus 1 plus 1. Those are 4 bars. 4 beats, sorry. This is another one. I divide it into 4 to make sure I have 16 beats. To make sure I have 16 beats. So I first count to make sure I have not made a mistake, because I counted the 16 beats there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Right, so I have my beats. So remember, I have already written the sounds. I already have them. So changing from staff to solfa is very simple. I'll just get my notes here, my sounds, and write what I see here. Do, mi, so, do. This do is a higher do, so I have to put the apostrophe above it. So, mi, do, mi, fa, re, do, ti, do, plus that rest. That is what I have seen, and that is what I have written. Do, ti, do. It goes on up to there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. So 4 beats in each bar. 4 beats in each bar. So this is what we call transcribing. We have heard and written. We used our ears. You use your ears to write what you hear and then change. We have written what we heard. The music player here playing. I can play it again. Do, so that. Mi, so, do, so, mi, do, mi, fa, re, do, ti, do. So I wrote this because I had it. After hearing it, I broke it down, divided the number of beats, divided them by 4, and got 4 notes in each bar. So I divided 4 bars and gave them 4 beats. So I divided my stuff first, 4 beats in each bar, and then divided my solfa. But I had to change from staff to solfa notation. That is it for today. And we have learned music transcription. I'm going to send you an audio for you to practice on your own. Then I will send you another audio as an activity. Thank you very much for being a wonderful class. See you.